can't even come in on Mondays. This guy, he's been.
Mondays don't exist for that young man.
No.
Guy's busy, right?
Unless there's a Monday Night Football game on, he doesn't do Mondays.
And what does he say? What's his? He just texted. He just texted, "I can hear you guys." So it appears he might be in the waiting room.
Oh, he's in the waiting room. There he is.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Hold on, everybody.
Hold on.
People are dropping like flies.
Is that better?
Whoa, he's leaning out.
Is that better?
Yeah, he does look good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, well, he's been
you look good.
He's been holed up in a fucking cave for the last 3 weeks.
Well, that's how you get leaned out.
True, you don't
pull yourself up. I can hear everything you just said, by the way, Cutsy. You talking about my bad audio as if you're not walking around with a walkie-talkie on the podcast for the last 4 weeks.
I've never come in sounding like you sound like nails on a chalkboard
without letting me know behind you.
Yeah, I got a grand piano. You can come over and play it sometime.
Oh, you've always been quite the penis. By the way, I had to open up my phone today to a video of Joey Coldcuts mowing down a Chipotle burrito.
He crossed the line. He crossed the line.
And I will say, Cutsy, I was happy for you that you came back with a vengeance. I'm a little fearful.
Well, listen, I think I'm a pretty good sport most of the time. But like there are some times where like you think you have a safe haven of peace at some point in time. I had not eaten. It was like what, 2:00, 2:30 when we did this thing. And of course they come with no cutlery. So I'm like trying to scoop this shit up and it was an absolute mess. And yeah, I looked like a fucking pig in a trough. But like you think with your boys, you have some level of like safeguarding and safe space. It doesn't exist with this guy. This guy's just out for blood. If there's content to be had at a moment's notice, I could get shot and the guy would be like, "Phil."
That's that part. Yeah, that's.
But Joe, you at this point, you know this. You've been around the guy for 7 years. You got to know if you're going at a Chipotle bowl with your hands that the guy's probably going to pull his camera out. I mean,
I understand that,
but at some point.
Yeah, but Pop, did you watch the video? It was an
multiple times.
It was a bludgeoning. It was an absolute bludgeoning, and it's like, there's nothing off the table anymore. There used to be like, "Oh, I'm going to post something up, just giving you a forewarning if it's okay." No, that don't happen no more. Now it's just
you hear him having a conversation with somebody else, but he don't give a fuck about that convo. He's just holding. He's like,
correct.
You know what it's like? It's like you hear the gunshot after it, and the guy and then you see the tag, and then you're dead. Like that's
actually,
it's like.
Well, Dave, to be honest with you, I took it down, and I was going to ask you if I could use it as a hard post because it's doing so. I was looking if you
I ain't splitting that.
Come on, just a little split.
So now I got a story talking about your story, but there's no story up.
That's true.
I've been banged again, man. What the hell? I've been banged again. He took it down because he wasn't posted.
Everywhere. Sour cream on his mouth, his mustache, his fingers had sour cream on them.
Once I started going, I knew it was a disaster, and I just had to keep going forward with it. Like,
so, Dave, when you saw it, do you then go back to that and be like, "Oh boy, like this is gonna be bad," because you remember going ham at it?
Yeah, but we were also talking with Billy about personal business, so I thought there's.
Well, that's why but that's why there's music over it.
And the music just adds to the overall aura of the video.
That's the song.
It looked really good. It was mixed. It was a bowl mixed to perfection.
You know what's great is
it was a honey hot chicken, which is good. By the way, I don't think I'm going to eat dinner. I'm so full. I am fucking.
Chipotle gets you
really
cold.
He like as he's eating, he turns to Billy, goes, "But yeah, you're doing a great job," like in the actual audio, and then just keeps on.
I said you're really good at what you do.
Mike's Hot Honey. Burt's Bees just sent me a bunch of chapstick. They did a collab with Mike's Hot Honey. I think maybe Pop said that Mike's Hot Honey does a collab with everybody. They did it with Burt's Bees.
Well, that's wild.
I was about to bees myself, actually.
You like
bees? I've been playing around. It's been a while. I like to feel something. I'm gonna do it.
Trying to feel something, man.
Oh boy.
Burt's Bees gonna have to put a disclaimer on their chapstick pretty soon saying "Do not apply to eyelids."
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't think Sky B was gonna put it in the cut. I told him. I said, you know what? That might be a bad look. that people are going to, like, kids are going to go put Burt's Bees on their eyelids, and I really don't want that. So I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't put it on, and that didn't happen.
Gee, I'm going to need you to put that story back up because I got now a fucking story looking like an absolute psychopath.
Hey, little splitty.
Not that one. No, my mother's going to see that. I look like an absolute barn animal.
You just asked him to put the story back up.
Yeah, but not to be a split hard post that stays on my page.
I would know at this point that I'm around you, and I would eat like an absolute gentleman. I try to do everything perfectly around you, and I still fail all the time because I know that if God forbid, I trip around you, you won't stop.
Oh, a good trip. Let me tell you, man. A good trip.
A good stumble.
Yo.
The last one we had was the AC stumble that Bob told me about that he couldn't stop laughing about.
Well, that's because FP came in like a fucking idiot and made a face.
He made
a face.
She flattened like a pancake. Imploded upon herself.
To be honest, though, we've talked about FP. No matter what you said, I was gonna try and then just point it right over to you.
Correct, because you were gonna laugh.
My only
it was just
play.
Like your only play was to be like, I'm laughing at him.
Correct.
I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah.
And it was like, there's a little water here on the ground. You know, look out for that.
Oh,
because it just happened out of nowhere. I didn't even know she was. It's just like she was there and she was gone.
Was it in the kitchen or where was
like
it?
When under the island? Like I couldn't believe that.
It's just like the person disappeared in front of me.
It's like Narnia.
It was just,
she just
it was
walked
just
into
her
a
dress
wardrobe
remaining on the ground. I don't know where she went. She wasn't there
she
anymore.
just disappeared.
Just like an HBO show, the leftovers. It's just her clothes remaining.
FP's wife, AC, who we love dearly, we were on a trip and she took a spill. And when I see a good fall, man, I just can't help it. And right after she falls, FP comes over without his shirt on and just looks at her. And he's got like a box of Triscuits in his hands. And he's like, yeah, it's a little wet there. And she's like,
oh my. Did she try to pop up quickly or did she just stay down for a minute?
She stayed down, I feel like.
Yeah, it was a tough one. She was kind of stuck a little, I think.
Remember FP, like when he fell down the stairs, he did get up soon. He just like sat there for like a minute. Like, I think that might be a better play than I always try to spring up like right away.
No, you gotta like fucking wallow in it, dude. You gotta like,
you do. Yeah.
You just have to like.
I want it to be done. I want people to know that it wasn't a big deal.
Bobo loves three things surefire. They'll always get him to laugh. One is someone stumbling. One is a fart. And then the third is someone getting banged out of left field for no reason, like just taking a shot at like no one saw coming. And if you can combine any of those three together, I mean, forget about it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Melosi reel.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
Correct.
Something like I'm here. I was like, why am I getting tagged in this? And I look, I'm like, what the fuck is this for? What did I do?
I almost feel like it was more of a bang of himself, though, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I know.
It was more of a bang of Melosi because he wasn't being recognized.
I disagree. I think that was an FP bang completely.
It was FP.
Oh.
But I also think it was a shot at himself for being big.
Right.
It was like a double shot.
And being less popular.
Yeah, you got the ricochet. You got the ricochet shot, but it was
could Bobby Fairway. Like, could have used anything.
Was that the bag without the tag?
I'm not sure if I've been tagged.
Could have been.
Let's go and take a
If
look.
there was a tag, then all is forgiven.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I think
how
it was
good's
a
the
bag.
tag?
Yeah, I think it was a bag without a tag.
Tell you what, I will be tuning into that show when it drops.
Sorry to interrupt the episode, but wanted to let you know that this episode is brought to you by the fine folks over at SeatGeek. You got baseball in full swing. You know me with Yankee games. I'm going to be going to one soon. Using the SeatGeek app, you can't go wrong. Look for the little green dot to assure that you are getting the best available deal. Red dot means not such a great deal. With over 28 million downloads, it's the #1 rated ticketing app. Head on over, download the SeatGeek app today. Use promo code BDSPod2025 for 10% off your next set of tickets today. That's promo code BDSPod2025. SeatGeek. We'll see you over there.
Yeah. Who do we think? Let's get into who do we think is going to win at Oakmont. I'll start. Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler and Ludwig Oberg. Just take anybody that anybody digs.
Not tagged, by the way.
Oh, so that is a bag. We have a case of a bag and a bag and not a tag.
That's
who do we think? Let's go around the horn here, and we'll start with Pop. Who wins at Oakmont this week, Pop?
I'll take Bryson DeChambeau. I saw him play a hole. Played it pretty effortlessly, and the guy loves U.S. Opens. He's won 2 majors, 2 U.S. Opens.
Yeah,
give me Bryson DeChambeau.
I love it, Pop. Go ahead, Yams.
He shouted us out again. Did you see?
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, that's 2 for 2. That's a wrap. I was going to say the same. I was going to say the same thing. Can I pick the same guy?
Yeah, of course.
I pick this. Then give me the same guy. He's just going to overpower the golf course. Most guys are going to be stuck in the rough, but he hits it so far that it'll be past them. I don't know. I heard that online.
By the way, you're having a field day. Yams always makes funny spoofs on the people who
having a good time.
Drop the ball in the rough to show how thick the rough is. This has been a great week for them because they are doing it all.
Well, they should.
You see the guy putting from there was a dude, I think it was Zach Blair. It just came out. So I don't know. He putted on one because the fairway just rolls. He putted from 120 yards to a few feet. Don't be surprised if you see some of that.
On one, when we played Oakmont on one, I think I hit 3 shots on the second hole. We played one.
It was our last hole.
Yeah, that was 9.
That was 9.
It was our last hole. No, it was 18.
No, it was hole 1, and Bob was
playing it off 9.
9. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. On hole 1, I hit 2 or 3 shots off of hole 9 before I got back to hole 1. Yeah. Joey D, let's head over to you. Who do you think? Do you do the plus 60 on Scotty, or is that not enough juice?
I would take a fellow countryman, Corey Connors.
Wow. Okay.
He hits the ball pretty well. He strikes it well. I think he's got a good short game, and I feel like he hits a lot of fairways. So I feel like you got to pick someone who's going to hit the ball relatively straight for the most part. Anyways.
Go ahead, Lee.
That's what I had.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to throw a little.
Yeah. Little juicy nuggets.
Yeah.
I think he's a great top 10 bet. He always plays well at Augusta, which is a ball strikers golf course. You got to hit the ball straight. He's decent putter. When his putting's hot, he's really good. Who's been and Oberg, I think, is another good one. Hits it straight.
I'll give you one. I'll give you not somebody to win, and I don't even know if this guy's playing in it, but I like talking about just Thursday stars, like the guys who show up on Thursdays. I'm going to start off Thursday stars with Keith Mitchell, who's always sitting at a 5 or 6 under on a Thursday, and pan it over to you, Yams, for who you want for a Thursday star. Again, I don't know if Keith Mitchell's in this tournament.
Corey Connors is a huge Thursday guy also. I know he's playing well, but you look up that leaderboard, Corey Connors is almost on it. I could think of a few more for sure.
Sepp Straka.
He's a great call.
He's been winning
the ball great.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Did Shane Lowry back out, or because I saw an article come out about him about how he was just infuriated. He was like, I don't know how to play this golf course. He's like, I just can't play
the last one. He almost won at Oakmont in 20. He was second place in 2016.
I read a whole article this morning about how, because I was thinking about him to place a bet on. I'll send it to you right now.
I'll
find it.
I hate that. I hate when these
I agree.
There's one guy that does it all the time. That does that this golf course is messed. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I just sent it in the squad chat.
Are you talking about Terrell Hatton?
Sure am. Yeah. Just stop. Just go hit balls or go work on your do something to help yourself. Don't go in there and just bury the golf course every single time. It's
I can relate to Terrell Hatton a little bit. I feel like I got a little Terrell Hatton in me. Not the good golf part, but the temper and the attitude and
The U.S. Open every single year, more than any other tournament, because of the way they take pride in setting it up impossibly hard. It's always like Zach Johnson or Billy Horschel or somebody has a meltdown on like Saturday and like starts like flicking off the green and then like goes into a press conference and just shits on them. What they don't realize is that that's all anybody wants to see out of the U.S. Open is just brutal golf.
Yeah. I said today, we were talking, I think it's going to be really cool now that we played it and did that video there. How cool it's going to be. And I think a lot of people have seen the YouTube videos and are even looking forward to it to see how much we all struggled with it. I think is actually going to make it really, really cool.
Do you guys think if we played it again, you would be better or worse than the first round?
Same exact thing.
What did you shoot, Bob?
92.
I shot a 99. I'd like to say I think I'd be better, but I don't know if I would be. I was bad too. I was really bad.
That's as easy as that golf course can play. Was when we played it. Like it was pretty soft. The greens were not fast. The rough was long, but it wasn't any longer than it is now. If we went out there this week on like Monday and tried to played that golf course.
I will say though, when you guys played there, not that obviously the U.S. Open pins are harder, but they put some pretty vicious pins out there when you guys played.
Sure.
They did have some pins in some difficult spots.
Yeah, but those greens were receptive.
They did.
Yeah,
they were slow.
Dude, I remember I tried to take a 7-wood out of that thick stuff, and the caddy just tried to get me, and that thing just went sky high, dude. That's a tough fucking track right there. The home of dear friend of the program, Mr. Neil Shipley.
Yeah.
Is that really?
Yeah, we never got to go to that creamery he was telling us to go to, that Mary's ice cream or whatever that was, which is a shame.
Black Bear Creamery is where tickets.
What's that?
Black Bear Creamery is where ticket hangs out at.
Yeah, the one by the Mountain House.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
Virginia.
Jet was getting pissed off because Pop would like ask questions about the ice cream, which I will say, like even the ice cream scoopers were annoyed. It's just like they're like, "Sir, what ice cream?" They had the big line behind them. They're like, "Sir, what do you want?" He's like, "What do you recommend?" And she's like, I recommend the Moose Tracks." You're like, okay, maybe I'll go with the Moose Tracks. What does that have in it? And it's like, there's a line now.
Yeah, see, that's absurd. That's absurd.
That was pretty exact how it went down.
No, it wasn't the Moose Tracks though. They had a special. They had a special on the menu, and I was like, "What's in the special?" And she couldn't be bothered to tell me what was in the special.
She probably didn't know.
Okay, well then say I don't know and keep it moving. Like I don't think I was out of line between me ordering and getting my ice cream. It was pretty quick overall. I was not really holding up the line. I could have asked one question and Joe would have been this fucking guy.
That is true. I'm pretty harsh about that.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Jet got anything.
Bro, it's ice cream.
No, we made him get something.
No,
first of all, I definitely
check the tape, dude. Check the post. He got something.
Look at the photo, dude.
Oh, that was back. That was Fat Jet. Yeah, that was back in the Fat Jet.
Well, Fat Jet liked himself some ice cream. It was if you go into an ice cream store, you know what's on the menu. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to be asking questions like medium rare. Like no one gives get your ice cream.
Pop is
like Subway.
What's in
This was not an ice cream place though. This was a creamery. Okay, this is a Black Bear Creamery, and there's different. It's not just vanilla. I wasn't like asking like, oh, so how's your chocolate? Are there shavings? Like it was. They had some advanced. They had some pro level ice creams in there that I felt questions needed to be asked.
I have a question. How many?
Like there were a lot of
samples. How many samples are like too many? Remember Biz?
I was gonna say 3. Like 2 is the max of samples you can take.
What if you take 2 samples and you don't like either of the samples?
Oh, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Now you got it's like random 75s in FIFA. Like if you want to press that X one more time, you're going to get the fucking team you get, dude.
In Vancouver, there's a spot. It's called La Casa Gelato. It has like 200 flavors. So how many do you get to try there?
I'm asking a bunch of questions at that point.
Oh, yeah. They have like olive oil gelato. They have like everything.
La Casa Gelato. Wow.
I think it's like 200 flavors. Yeah. So there, I think you get a pass.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I would be curious.
I would. I went to a Haagen-Dazs store recently, which they don't have a whole lot of those. Dude, Haagen-Dazs to me, like such a superior. Haagen-Dazs is so superior to me than any other. Like, don't even try talking to me about Ben and Jerry's when Haagen-Dazs is in the conversation. Wow. Yeah, I just think they're so good, man.
Really?
Haagen-Dazs? Yeah, dude. I think they are the creme de la creme, man. I really do. All right. Well, we got the Oakmont picks out there, which was good. And now let's head on over. I like the last episode was fun where we did a nice long Q&A and then it took us to some weird places. So, Pop, if you got the Q&A going up, I think we could fire that again.
First question comes from Falky_2. When do we get Bobby versus Trent straight up match?
I think now that we work with them, I mean, that definitely could kind of take place whenever. A lot of people have been asking about that, to where I think it'd be good. Trent hits fairways, dude. Trent hits a lot of fairways. He doesn't, I could be arid off the tee, and he hits a lot of fairways. So I understand people asking that. They ask for, and they ask for a lot of ticket versus Yams.
Right. I need strokes. That's what people. I don't know why people think we're comparable.
Not
players.
The new Pop. Not
yeah,
sure.
New Pop's got the slot, man.
I haven't.
You know what? A lot of it happened because of a tip that Benjamin gave me, and then I started working on it, and I'm tweaking some stuff. But I'm playing this weekend. I'm going out for the first time outside of Bob the Sports Trip to play.
Where about?
It's called Glen Heron. It's in New Jersey. It's Hunterdon County, New Jersey, Flemington. Yeah, going out with the boys and gonna continue this little journey I'm on to figure out my swing.
You guys walking or riding?
Probably riding. I haven't been there in a while. I think it's riding.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a walk though.
Hey folks, getting ready to hit the links, and it is bright as all hell out here today, out in Mesquite, Nevada, which is why I'm ready for all things with my Shady Rays sunglasses. Let me tell you here, our friends at Shady Rays want to make sure that you're set on and off the golf course. Some of the best glasses that we've ever worn, that I've ever seen. To be honest, they got all different styles, whether you want more athletic looking ones or more casual styles. They have a style for everyone. The best thing about Shady Rays is that they have the broken protection program, which means if you break a pair, they got you covered. Go to shadyrays.com and use code BDS for your first time purchase. Get 35% off. Where would you rather be? We'll see you out there looking fresh, looking stylish. Shady Rays for the win. Have ourselves do it.
I love a good walk. Dude.
I know.
Love a good walk.
I agree.
Even if you give me one of those push carts, like I'm in. When you got to put the bag over, that's the grind. But I love a walk, especially if you play a really nice place and you have a caddy and you hit a fairway, and then you got the caddy with you walking down the fairway. You feel like
drink like a cocktail in your hand.
Walking to the green with a putter in your hand is one of the better experiences.
Especially when it's a green and reg.
Yeah, of course. And you're like tapping the putter. It's like a cane almost.
Yeah. The only thing with the cocktail is when you have the cocktail and you're walking, it kind of becomes like a liability. Like it's just like where you're gonna put it, and then I'll always leave it behind. Then you go get it. So you got to keep track of your cocktail.
Yeah, I'm the level of player though that like it's my worst nightmare to have a caddy. Like. Because they're searching for my ball, and I just want to tell them like I got a ton, leave it. Like I want to keep this moving, but it's their job to do it. So a lot of them are like they're gung ho, they're going through the woods to find. I'm like it's embarrassing almost for me to have a caddy because I'm so bad, and I just want to.
But not new Pop.
Dude, I saw a TikTok. That came across my feed the other day, and it was us four. Stubby, you weren't in it because you've never hit a ball so incredibly bad, but it was like the 4 worst shots ever hit on our channel, and it was Poppy taking a divot that went without the ball, and then it was like music, and then it was Bob hitting a ball backwards, and then it was me slapping a ball into the ground, and then it was Cutsy also, which by the way was forgotten about. You did the same thing where you duffed it off the tee like years ago. It was at Moore Park. You were wearing these joggers. It was in the you and Bob match. It was so super windy, and you duffed one a foot off the tee. And it was
I remember that. Yes,
like, that's damn. I was waiting for the FP shot, but it never came.
That was the that was in the final match to see the winner wins the Pebble was when he did that. That was wild. That was also maybe the same match where he kept hitting it OB off the tee, and he was screaming because he couldn't see where the ball was going. So that was making him angrier. That he's like, where is it? And we were like, it's OB, Joe. You're like, I can't even watch my ball go OB. I can't even watch it.
Where is the ball? I can't see these golf balls. I can't even have the enjoyment of watching myself hit these balls out of bounds because I can't see it.
You remember that?
I blew up. Yeah.
It was us three.
If I'm gonna take a penalty stroke, I want to watch the ball soar out of fucking out of play. You know, like not even being able to see where I hit it. Like then you can't make an adjustment, right? Like if you hook it and you're like, okay, I went like. You don't know what you did wrong. I didn't know what I did wrong. Like I didn't know if it went right, if it went left, or what. It was like, are you
that hole too at Moore Park? It's like 6 or 7 or something. I think it's 6.
God,
it's over the canyon.
It's over that canyon, and it's like you don't know what's going on. I remember too. That was the first time I ever filmed without Benjamin there, and it was so windy. And I was like nervous. I was like, he's gonna be so pissed. Like this, the wind is gonna fuck this. Like he's gonna. I'm fine. I was thinking halfway. I called you at some point during the match. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I think there was also the last hole too, where like Cutsy had to go up and down to have a shot, and it was so windy that day. And he stands over the ball, so he clubbed up like 3 clubs. And he stands over the ball, and the second he stands over the ball, the wind just stops blowing, and he hits a ball so far.
You remember where it went? I remember where it went. It went into the water on the following hole on a different course.
This is tricky. Normally I would hit a 60. This wind's so heavy, I'm going to hit a 56. I'm going to just trust it and let the wind do its thing and hopefully die the ball. Oh my God. That is in trouble. What am I doing hitting the 56? What in God's name am I thinking?
By the guys in the green, it went over the yellow stakes, which has to be a good 150 from where we're at, Tick. It is in the water. It rolled down the hill. It's done. Look, I scored more balls than anybody out here. That ball was red on.
Great course. It's like a different 9.
Great course.
So I had to drop
that course.
We probably most Bob Does Sports videos per capita for sure.
Yeah, I would think so.
I remember you guys talking about Moore Park all the time, like before I ever came out there and filmed. And you guys were like, yeah, we got this spot Moore Park. It's fine, but it's like nothing special. And then I remember getting out there the first time and I was like, this place is fucking sick, dude. Like you guys have been fucking bitching and like that one across the street, Canyon Crest, I believe.
That's the one. That's
that's a bit of a nightmare. But Ridgeline, dude, you get up to the second hole and you're like going across the range, but like it's fucking gorgeous up there, dude.
That's really nice.
You are right though, Yams. I think the most. I mean, Tesoro's got a lot of reps, but not Moore Park reps.
Abacoa's making a run. Reps. You got to put that through like
Preserve sneaky.
Die Preserve's got a good amount. Yeah. Die Preserve's got some too.
He's got to go crunch those numbers.
Keswick's got some sneaky rounds.
A couple. Yeah. 3, 4 maybe. Yeah. We also we already talked about the donut challenge, so we won't really get into that because when's that coming out, fellas? Do you think?
I didn't hear about this donut. Oh, did you try? I guess I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I think next 2 Thursdays. So 2 weeks.
Well, you weren't there because you left a day after the trip started, man. You literally
you had to know that was coming.
I should have brought it up. I didn't want to go, Pete. I didn't want to go.
Showed up with the backpack, you know. And by the way, the fact that we bust your balls, it's a good sign because it means that we actually want you to be there. Like if you had gone, we'd just be like, thank God he's fucking gone. Like we're actually.
I don't think anybody's ever like we're pretty good. Everybody goes on.
That would have been a fun place to have you longer.
I saw some of the videos from the Mountain Dew stuff that all looked really good. So it looked like everybody was having a good time. It did. I will say 7 days out there. I was starting to get, and I wasn't even out there as long as I was starting to get like Groundhog Day. You'd wake up and it's just the exact same thing.
Well, because we were on that one resort with the one court. We played that front nine.
Played the front nine. I never saw the back 9. So it was in the resort, it was a great place, but you stay in the same place for so long.
I saw that menu from the lobby place so many times. I got the burger without the bun. so like 20 times.
Remember when my suitcase went flying out the
Dude, I forgot about that.
I was in Florida.
Out into the main road.
Like
Yeah,
a
on the main
Fucking,
road.
it like ollied the curb.
Yeah, dude, his stick went flying too. That stick's been trying to leave us in the dust for the longest time. It just
I
can't
don't
get
even have
away.
it.
He's
That's
doing his
J-Bone
best to leave it.
Yeah.
That was good times.
All right, Pop, if you have another one, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, on a similar topic, this one comes from Team DSteez. Favorite moment / video on the channel.
Mine is St. Andrews.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a really good one. Bandon was pretty sick. There were some times out in Bandon that were really fucking cool.
I'm trying to think.
I would go favorite round. It just was such a fucking funny round, and it comes up on TikTok for me all the time. Was the Fireball Challenge in Virginia? It was like I'm freeing up Leland, and oh my god, that's the thing that I will say with the last challenge. We weren't as hammered because of I think because we played well, and it wasn't like that 9. But at least even more so, just like when you have to take 9 shots, and those Fireball were big old guzzlers too. Like we almost should just run that back just for, I know we've already accomplished it. Maybe we do like a stroke up, but God, that just sets up to be so funny every time.
Wasn't that an Independence? Aren't we having the breezy there?
That's exactly right.
Good course.
There's like this
challenge one. I think I really think that the best video, in my opinion, we were doing a challenge when Bob got his hole-in-one. And I think that was, I mean, just so iconic in the sense that like the timing of it, like we were doing a challenge, FP running down with the salami. I mean, but it was just like, to me, that was like a real big moment for the channel. And then the other one, which was to me maybe the funnest video we did, was the first rendition of the Christmas, the milk and cookies that we did.
Oh, that was
that one at your dad's club.
The milk
and cookies was number 2.
The milk and the cookies was the OG.
No,
that was number 2.
OG was
that's a fun fucking. That's a fun moment. Is that fucking Airbnb in Hobe Sound?
Yeah.
And Joe's making up the Christmas riddles, and
it's the hardest I've ever seen.
He was trying to fit a short story onto a little sliver of paper. It was like, that's pretty good, Joe. And then like just short.
So we've done 3. Have we done 3 Christmas ones now?
Yes. People love it. I was shocked at how many people like love the Christmas special. It's like a thing. It's like,
because
where's the Christmas special? It's the funniest thing ever.
It's such a happy time to see.
We gotta do. Can we do this year like a Halloween one?
We could hit all of them.
A Halloween special would be hysterical.
I want to do we never did a Thanksgiving one. I always wanted to do something with like turkey or something.
Oh yeah, we didn't. That'd be awesome. Like Thanksgiving Eve to drop the turkey challenge would be.
We weren't able to this year.
We would fall asleep halfway through.
Already filmed. We had talked about it, but we weren't able to make it happen.
There's got to be some like places. There's places where like, I know country clubs do it, but like you can go pick up like Thanksgiving, like they give you everything, so you don't have to cook. Yeah. Like if we went out and like got like basically what would be a Thanksgiving feast for maybe 5 or something, and then the 3 of us had to like finish all of it, like every bit of it.
Cranberry sauce,
correct.
The whole, oh my!
Every container had to be cleared out, baked, fucking sweet potato, all that shit.
So you're saying like one person gets the turkey, one person gets like
no. We've got like a cart that just has them like the spread. Yeah. And we have to like sit around and fucking clear this spread out between all the different types of food.
It should be like, when John Madden would bring out the turkey with all the stuff around on a big platter, and you just got to just dive in.
Dude, how did we get on? Like, I still think, like, how did we get on the Trump course and we dressed up as like elves and Santa?
Yeah, that was the original one.
On Trump, like, how
we did it on hole 10. We got into our
outfits. Yeah, we did it on the back 9.
That was crazy.
We were getting dressed on the tee box, remember?
Yeah.
We were putting our outfits on the tee box on hole 10.
We were young and stupid back then to think we could pull something like that off.
And we did.
The audacity. I know the
There
balls.
was a time where we mind you, it was like early in us doing it, but like we wouldn't call ahead. We would just make the tea time and then ask if we could film when we got there. And how or why we went that way was crazy because
And you guys got away with it. You guys did
worked.
that in LA, which is like, it's not like you just rode around the corner 10 minutes to the golf course. Like you could get an hour and 15 minutes out to Moore Park and then be like,
yeah.
We did not expect this.
I don't think we ever ran into like an issue ever.
I'll give you one. We were about to get
Oh,
on. Actually, we weren't about to film. We were just going out to
I know.
play. And the starter gave me shit, and Cutsy came in just fucking hot right back. Remember at Moore Park where you got into it with the starter, and the starter's like, I'm not like he's like, you say one more word, you guys aren't playing, and we were begging Joe to stop, and Joe kept going at him.
What was
and
that
we
going
ended
on
up
with?
going up.
We were late. I think we were late, and he's like, "You guys are late." They're sticklers over there.
Yeah, the guy was busting balls to a degree that was like, like normally you'll be like, okay, no fine. He was like wouldn't stop. I remember.
Have you ever seen the clip with when I went to play on Full Send's channel with Salim, and I
that guy was out of line.
It's pretty crazy.
Don't call me sir.
I said, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Dead serious. It was crazy. He's like, don't call me sir. I was just like, what?
When we were in Vancouver.
In Canada. That's how Bobo was.
When I told you you were good and you hit right into this guy for like the third time.
Bobo.
Yeah.
That's when Bobo was invented.
That's where Bobo was.
Three times, Bobo.
I'm a big fan of the channel.
3 times, Bobo.
3 times you've hit into my girlfriend. It was like, whoa.
And we never called him Bobo before that, but after that, that was Bobo was formed.
Great name.
Yeah.
When you're giving it to somebody, like giving it to a Bob, and you call him Bobo, that's just.
He was like, what did he say though? He was like, "You like playing golf, Bobo?"
He's like, "You play a lot of golf."
You play a lot of golf.
Yeah.
I thought he was a friendly. I was like, yeah, it's a decent amount.
If you think you'd learn not to hit up on somebody, that's 3 times, Bobo.
Yeah, that was bad, dude. He fucking patted me on the head, and I had nothing for him. What am I gonna say?
It's like the Canadian version of just getting cold cocked in the face, dude. You know
what I
mean? Like that's like it's basically that guy swung at you in the Canadian way.
In the nicest way possible.
I had the guy in Italy that I got into it with in the sauna, thinking that he would know that what "you're out of line" means. I said, all right, I'm gonna go. I gotta tell you, you're out of line. You're out of line.
You don't go in the sauna with the shoes on, Bob.
Yeah. And I was getting the fuck out. I wasn't giving him a hard time. Different. Yeah, it's tough. All right, Bob, let's do another one.
All right. Next one comes from K Kamat 52. What are your top 5 or maybe 10 for Perez golf sneakers?
Oh, okay, dude.
I thought you were gonna get fucking.
I thought I was getting fucking smoked right there.
Taco Bell items.
Yeah, dude. It's just like I thought that was going like top 10 condiments or fried foods, dumb shit like that.
Top 10 brown foods. Yeah.
Sick, dude. But good cue, dude. Good cue.
You're a sneakerhead. Everybody knows it.
Golf shoes, right? You said golf.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. I'll go with those TW like 13s. Those Nike Tiger 13s that they released a couple years ago. I think that's the best golf shoe. So what's that?
The white and red ones.
I like the white and red ones. The white ones with the
green ones
sole. Those are fine too. I just think they're such a comfortable shoe. I would say 2. Give me like a classic, like give me a FootJoy classic, like a Buscemi type style, like just the classic white golf shoe, like a Homo would wear, Keith Mitchell would wear. 3, give me the like Jordan ADGs. They've had a few variations of those. Like the first one I wear sometimes, the elephant ones.
Oh,
they have like the white and gray ones. I think we all had the blue ones.
You're
Bob, you wore the 2s. you wore those black 2s like way early on that were
the space
tough.
shoes.
The space shoes.
Oh,
yeah, those big
shoes.
girls.
Terrible.
That was a miss by them. I think 4, give me just like the lows. There's so many colorways of those Jordan low 1s now. And 4, give me fucking, or 5, give me some Air Maxes. Nike fucks.
Nike does. They got great socks, by the way, too, man. I love Nike socks. They do a good job. Pete, that's something for you. Do you have a couple shoes you want to rattle off?
I need to buy a new pair because they're all battered and bruised. But you know the Tiger Woods, like the all whites that I wear. I used to wear them for a while. They're just so versatile. They're so comfortable. I got them. I like them so much. I got them in black too. I wore them in Scotland in all black. I think those 19s, are very. Yeah, those are very comfortable. Air Jordan lows, the ones I think are just really a comfortable shoe. So much so you could even wear them after the round, like just wherever you go. I'm a big fan of the G4 Gallivanters. I think that they're a really classy looking shoe. And the ridge of the sole is actually really comfortable. I'm going to throw you guys a curveball. The Adidas Code Chaos, I feel like are very comfortable shoes. And they're not for everybody, but I have had some of my best shots wearing those shoes. And then the last ones I would put, I would fuck with just like a FootJoy, like a classic FootJoy. I like the traditional golf shoe, like nothing like sporty. I don't like the sporty ones they do, but like the traditional, I think Justin Thomas has worn like the traditional FootJoy. I don't know what the brand is or the model is, but traditional golf shoe. I think that you can't go wrong there.
Okay, Pop, let's do one more.
Okay, this one comes from Chris Graffini. If y'all had to be any other type of YouTuber besides a golf YouTuber, what would it be?
It's a really good question.
I would do food reviews, I think, or something to do with food. I think is just like it's a kind of like we already kind of like fuck with food in our show. I mean, I'm fat, so that goes hand in hand with it, and I think it wouldn't be something that would be difficult for me to like take on. So I think that would probably be that, or maybe like really go off the ledge and do some kind of like video game streaming or something, just where play like Call of Duty for like 2 days straight.
That would be good, but the food is I wasn't even thinking about that. That's actually a great answer. I would do food, and I would love to do like a Joe, you saw that Yes Chef festival that he did. Like I'd love to.
He invited me to. I couldn't go.
Yeah, same. It looks good.
Jack's dining room. That was this past weekend.
Yeah. And the people that he brings, I mean, it's the top of the top. And it's just, oh my God, it looks so good, dude. It looks so good.
I would love to like review like tech. Like I'd love to like be one of those guys where like companies send like new laptops or like new phones or like cyber trucks and shit. What's the second? Brownlee? Yeah, like that, dude. Like, give me that shit first. Like,
is that what he does? It's only Creative Classic, so he'll like review tech.
Yeah,
he gets like everything. Like Cybertruck, he did. He did like those Google or Apple Vision things.
Oh
like
and you're walking on the wheels and stuff. Yeah.
What would you do, Yams?
I would probably just do like I'd watch other people's videos and just roast them.
Like a Cody Co.
Like reactions, yeah.
Dude,
like the freezer carbs.
They do all the work for you, so you just watch their it's cheating essentially because you just roast a video that you're watching.
Bro, he did that. He streamed yesterday, and he did that. I thought it was awesome. I was watching. He was watching like old Brilliantly Dumb show.
Who is this?
Vlogs. Yams was doing it yesterday when he was streaming.
There's murmurs on the street that Yams went a little too hard in Mikey V during the stream.
Did you hear about this?
I heard about it. I heard that he was catching absolute strays.
Did you hear from Mikey or you heard from somebody else?
I can't confirm nor deny.
Well, I'll address it head on because I don't care. But all I said, and this, I took the Edmonton Oilers, and I got a bunch of comments like, "Why are you going against Mikey? Why Mikey?"
Did we not have a discussion? By the way, sorry. On another topic, did I not tell you I absolutely adored the Panthers yesterday?
Adored the Panthers. You said you liked the Panthers, but
You're
I
out
didn't.
of your mind, dude.
By the way, at that time, I wasn't even planning. I wasn't even going to bet the game. I was just
You
like,
adore
whatever.
your mother and your wife. You don't adore a
It
game.
was a 6-1 beatdown, and I adored it from start to finish.
Anyways, so I had Edmonton, and people were commenting, and they were like, why are you going against Mikey V? Mikey V's hot with his hockey picks. So all I said was, I was like, oh yeah, noted hockey expert Mikey V. Like, because he's not a hockey. Like, what do we do? And then I get a text. Somebody clipped it and tweeted it at
And they deleted it, though.
Sent it to me. They deleted it because they're cowards. And he sent it to me. I gotta find it. What's his name?
Nothing's ever gone for good.
Damn. He said, damn, cuz I'm recovering from these strays. Good thing I have decent insurance. And I said, gonna hit that deductible. But I was just fucking with him. Like, I wasn't even like crazy, like serious. He has to know that he's not a hockey expert, right? Like, I'm not a hockey expert.
I'm not sure he's ready to admit that.
I mean, come on.
Did he say anything back to your deductible line?
The guy's seen more ice in his freezer than he has on a rink. Like, he doesn't know. He doesn't, like, he's not a hockey expert.
Did he say anything back to you?
None of us, everybody can have their sports that they're like really good at, but you can't be like, congrats on the run. I'm not taking my picks from
He has done very well throughout the playoffs. I will say that.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
adored the Panthers last night.
He adored the Panthers.
He took him puck line, so he did.
That's all happened there. There's no beef. I didn't know. I assume he blew it out.
So the stream, were you just screaming the whole time as they scored?
It was tough. Yeah, I was like, here we go, and we're fucked, and we're fucked, and we're fucked.
He was good though. Like, he had the mic set up, and like watching him react to the internet,
especially
like,
with these commenters that are just ruthless and don't like. It's awful.
But to look through, we always talk about Yam's like obsession with the internet, like what to look through his lens of scrolling on like a timeline or whatever. I found it really interesting.
I saw a video this afternoon of that I shocked went through the. Nobody saw it. And maybe you guys saw it. Did you see DeMarcus Cousins trying to go into and fucking where was that?
Tried to what?
In Mexico.
No, it was in the Dominican, I think.
Professionally somewhere. Something like, and he's leaving the court, and those fans out there are crazy. They were throwing.
But do you know how it started?
No.
So you got to go to KFC. KFC did a whole video of it. KFC Barstool did a whole video. He walks up to a guy who's sitting courtside, and he grabs his cock and puts it in the guy's face.
Oh, Cousins did that?
Yeah, so they ejected him.
Shorts. He grabbed it through his shorts.
Still. So they ejected him as he was going through, they started throwing drinks at him, and he went fucking berserk.
Those guys are ruthless. Those fans are nuts.
Dude. It's crazy. All right. Well, on that note, that does it. That has been another edition there of the Bob Does Sports podcast. Stay tuned. You got the challenge coming out. A lot of good episodes coming out. A lot of good videos coming out. Enjoy this week, U.S. Open. We appreciate you. We love you. That's been another edition, Bob Does Sports podcast. See you next week.